And we know they'll use any and everything because we done seen this. We done seen some of the statements. Like, are you serious? Some of the statements is like, come on, y'all just come on. So yeah, I understand. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. You go ahead and get ready because it's getting close to that time for you to get on the phone, start out here. And yeah, I set up the class. I was just talking to you. So yeah, let me go ahead and jump in. Inshallah. I think so. Mm, mhm, mm, okay. No, I'll find that shit. Assalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, I'll see you when you get here. All right, assalamu alaikum. نعم بسم الله إن الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أما بعد أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم في مركز البيان. We are here now at Markaz al-Bayan for an all-day Arabic. We're getting ready to start the session. We opened at 8 o'clock today. It is now 8:30 a.m. You still have time. We have our 8 o'clock class, which is Medina Book 1 from time 8 to 10. We have our 10 to 1 o'clock Medina Book 2. Then we have our 3 o'clock open session for registration. And then we have our 1 o'clock class for prayer and registration. And then we have our 3 o'clock now for introduction to Arabic. All day Arabic is going on today. And make sure you stop by today at 12 o'clock for our new Shahada class. If you are a new Muslim, if you are a person who wants to learn about Islam, you want to come, you want to learn, come to 1010 North Hancock Street today for those classes. Wa jazakumullahu khair. I'll see you in class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So we're going to get started. We are about to get started. Okay. So if you're with us on Facebook Live, and you have tuned in with us, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you're with us on WhatsApp, okay, we want to welcome you as well. Getting ready to get started now for the classes. Yeah, Musa, we have posted everything on all of our social networks, and we just gave you also the post. We're also going to be streaming on Facebook Live as well. And we're also going to most likely stream it on Instagram as well. So you have a lot of options, Musa. Matter of fact, let me try to give you a call. Assalamu alaikum. Musa. Salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All right, we want to go ahead and ask you to take your books out. Go ahead and open your books out. We're getting ready to get started now, okay? Okay. All right. Yeah. I believe that we're going to lesson 9. Just let me double check with Brody, and we'll go from there. I don't really want to stream. Were you able to find me on YouTube? Yeah, I was on. Okay, good. That's fine. You can utilize both. You got the phone, you got the live lesson. You should be able to find. I just didn't see you on it. That's why. Yeah, I was on the YouTube live. All right, whatever you like, you are there. I just saw you. I prefer that one because the audio here. All right, let's get on that. Let's get on that YouTube live. Go ahead, jump on there. I just want to let you know. I'm gonna call you, bro. And do me a favor. Make sure your other 2 brothers are involved as well. Are they with you? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Make sure. All right, beautiful. All right, cool. I'll see you guys in class. Let's get going. All right. Salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That's it, Kate. Oh, this guy's just irking the mess out of me. All right, Bismillah and Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillahi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam amma ba'd فأقول لكم أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم في مركز الضيان. We just want to welcome everybody out to Markaz al-Bayan Arabic Institute for our all-day Arabic sessions. We want to welcome everybody out for our all-day Arabic sessions that we have on Saturdays and Monday. Alhamdulillah. Today, or during this time of the day, we go over Medina Book 1. And for this particular session, we'll be going over lesson 8 and lesson 9. Lesson 8 and lesson 9. We'll review lesson 8 and then we'll get right into lesson 9. We'll review lesson 8 and then we will get right into lesson 9. Feel free to ask any questions, all right, at the appropriate time for questions that are relative to the class. For questions that are relative to the class. Right? Any other questions, you can inbox us. If you have questions or concerns, and don't forget, today we will be running our new Shahada class. Our class is for people who want to learn about Islam, or for people who are interested in Islam. For people who want to learn about Islam, or for people who are interested in Islam, those classes will be taking place today. So we want to start off with the vocabulary words. I'm going to start off with the vocabulary words. So here it says what? Al-Mustashfa. 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 ما معنى المستشفى? What does al-mustashfa mean? Al-mustashfa means the hospital. Al-mustashfa means the hospital. Al-mania. Okay? What does al-mania mean, class? Al-mania. Who knows? What does Almania mean? Almania means what, class? Germany. Almania means what, class? Germany. In Keltara. What does in Keltara mean, class? In Keltara means what? England. In Keltara means what? England. Suwaysara. 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 What does Suwaysara mean? Suwaysara means what, class? Suwaysara. Switzerland. Switzerland. Suwaysara. Suwaysara. Switzerland. Now, as-sakino. As-sakino. Now, as-sakino means what? The knife. As-sakino means what, class? The knife. Wa alaykum as-salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now, it is now 8:40 a.m. Okay? As-sakino, the knife. Faransa. Faransa means what, class? Faransa means France. France. Faransa, France. Amama. Amama. Amama means in front of. Amama. Amama means in front of. Khalfa. Khalfa. Khalfa means behind. Khalfa means behind. طيب. إذن الدرس الثامن. الدرس الثامن. Now الدرس الثامن. هذا الرجل تاجر. وذلك الرجل طبيب. اسم التاجر محمود واسم الطبيب سعيد. هذا البيت للتاجر وذلك البيت للطبيب. للطبيب. نعم. بيت التاجر أمام المسجد وبيت الطبيب خلف المدرسة. لمن هذه السيارة أو لمن هذه السيارة ولمن تلك؟ هذه السيارة للطبيب وتلك للتاجر وتلك للتاجر. هذه السيارة من اليابان وتلك من أمريكا وتلك من أمريكا. نعم. So هذا الرجل تاجر وذلك الرجل طبيب. What does this mean? This means this is the man who is a merchant, and that is the man, and that man is a what? Is a doctor. اسم التاجر محمود. اسم التاجر محمود, or the name of the merchant is Mahmoud. واسم الطبيب سعيد, and the name of the doctor is Sa'id. هذا البيت للتاجر وذلك البيت للطبيب. This is the house, a nam للتاجر, that belongs to the merchant. And that is the house that what? That belongs to the doctor. بيت التاجر أمام المسجد وبيت الطبيب خلف المدرسة. The merchant's house أمام المسجد is in front of the masjid. Now, وبيت الطبيب, in the doctor's house خلف المدرسة is behind the school. لمن هذه السيارة ولمن تلك? Who is the owner of this car? And who is the owner of that? Meaning that car. هذه السيارة من اليابان. Now, this is a car that's from where? من اليابان. It's from Japan. وتلك من أمريكا, and that is from America. Or, and that car is from America. Now, أين? إذن تمارين. Now it is appropriate after going over the what? After going over the lesson, that you make sure that you understand the exercises. Now, the first set of exercises, of course, is for reading and comprehension. It's for reading and comprehension. All right? First question, من هذا الرجل ومن ذلك الرجل. So the question is, من what? من هذا الرجل ومن ذلك الرجل. Who is what? Who is this man and who is that man? Okay? So again, they're referring to that which was mentioned where? To that which came inside of the lesson. So this is where you will find your what? This is where you will get your answer for lesson 1, which is the first line. هذا الرجل تاجر وذلك الرجل طبيب. That is your answer. The next question. ما اسم التاجر? What is the name of the merchant? You go back up to the lesson, you find the name of the merchant. اسم التاجر محمود. The name of the merchant is Mahmoud. This is your answer. Next question. Okay, after we check that. Number 3. ما اسم الطبيب? What is the name of the what? What is the name? One second, guys. No. Okay. All right. So we will be pausing to just usher some of the students in that are coming in. We have a big crowd today. So just a heads up, there will be a few interruptions in the class, but we will continue on through it. Like a second, just to get the door for today, since my people who normally answer the door, they're not here. So keep that in mind. All right, let's continue back on. All right, so again, we understand the concept. So what I need you guys to do is to just finish up this at home. Here in exercise number 2 is Iqra Waqtu. Here in exercise number 2 is just simply reading and write. So what I like to tell the students is, if you want to read and write this, then you want to read it and then write it with the vowels. If you can vowel correctly, you can say it correctly. So again, we're over reading it and then writing it. All right, that is the concept. Make sure when you write it with the vowels. If you could write exercise 2 for lesson number 8, you could write that correctly, and you should be able to read it correctly. Let's read through it now together. All right, I want you to repeat after me. Okay? هذا الولد خالد. All right, very good. وذلك الولد محمد. Did you read it? Did it sound like the way I read it? Inshallah, that's good. Let's move on to number 2. هذا الرجل مدرس. Did you read it? It sounds like the way I read it? Inshallah, that's good. وذلك الرجل مهندس. All right, moving on. Number 3. هذا الكتاب جديد. Now you go. وذلك الكتاب قديم. Very good. Moving on to number 4. هذه السيارة لعلي. Now you go. Good. وتلك لخالد. Now you go. Good. Number 5. هذا الباب مفتوح وذلك الباب مغلق. Very good. Number 6. لمن هذه الساعة؟ هي لعباس. Now you go. Very good. أهذا البيت للطبيب؟ لا، هو للمهندس. أو هو للمدرس. Now you go. Okay. Number 8. أهذه الدراجة لابن المؤذن؟ نعم. Now you go. Number 9. من هذا الولد؟ هو طالب من الصين. أذلك البيت جديد؟ لا، هو قديم جدا. هذه السيارة من اليابان وتلك من أمريكا. هذه السيارة من اليابان وتلك من أمريكا. هذا السكين من ألمانيا وتلك ملعقة من إنجلترا. Okay? Moving on. اقرأ المثال الآتي ثم هو الجمل الآتية مثله. هذا كتاب. All right, what they want to change it to and turn it into is this asloop here. هذا الكتاب لمحمد. هذا الكتاب لمحمد. So you're simply adding the alif lam, okay, to that secondary word. All right, you got هذا كتاب. Of course, that was lesson 1. Now we want to again add alif lam and now to the secondary word. Okay, now you cannot what? Now the sentence structure now is no longer subject and predicate. You must add a khabar now to the end of this sentence structure here. Okay, so hada kitabu is sufficient, but now when you say hada kitabu, you have to add a predicate to it, and that predicate is established in the rest of the statement li, which of course is harfu jarri, Muhammadin, which is the ismun majrurun, now, and that completes the sentence. Is complete. Put a period. Alhamdulillah. So we have here hada tabibun is going to become what? Hada at-tabibu min al-Hindi. هذه سيارة is going to become what? هذه السيارة للمدير. Now, ذلك ولد becomes what? This is number 3. ذلك الولد ابن المدرس. وهكذا. Is that clear? Now, is that clear? So just so you can get an understanding, you will simply write what? You will simply put hada here. That aleph, you're putting hada here, and then you're putting what? Aleph, and then you're putting what? Lam, all right? Then the word, the ta, the ba, the ya, and the last ba. You put your dot, the nukta tani for ya, all right, for the ba, that's right. You complete your writing of your ta. Straight up, right there. So again, hada tabibu. Then you continue on min al-Hindi. Is that clear? So again, hada tabibun becomes hada at-tabibu min al-Hindi. Tayyib? Inshallah. If you have any questions, feel free to inbox us, all right, or ask us after the class, towards the end of the class, during time for questions. All right. Just want to check real quick. Are you guys clear on YouTube? Are you guys clear? Is everybody clear on YouTube? On YouTube, do you understand? Musa, are you okay? Are you clear? Musa, are you clear? All right. Zachariah, you clear too? Good. All right. Tayyib, inshallah. Okay, so just as long as everybody's clear. What about your other brother? Is he clear as well? If he's clear, we'll move on. All right, everybody on Instagram Live, are you guys clear? All right, just as long as he has understanding, I can do it again. We're going to move on to the next benefit from this lesson, which is established in the what? In the exercises. We're going to identify it, and then we're going to what? Make sure we know how to execute it, so you can go home and do these exercises for lesson 8. Okay, we're trying to really push forward to lesson 9. We got an hour left. I think we can get to lesson 9 today, y'all. And that's a really beneficial lesson about the adjectives. We're working our way to that now. I know you guys missed last week, so I wanted to at least go over lesson 8 before we went on to lesson number 9. All right, let's continue on. All right, and let me just check. Is everyone on Facebook clear? Is everyone on Facebook clear? One of the students at the front door, I'll be right back. Just go over it, make sure that you can accomplish it and do it correctly, and I'll be right back to answer any of your questions. Yeah, somebody can be Idris. You go in from the front under the television, under the monitor, right there in the piazza. You see that it's a stage and everything out there. You see that? Yeah, go up those black steps. You'll see that if you go, it's just right next to the stage. Go up them black steps. It says 1010 Hancock Street. Right, you got to come closer. You got to come right under the monitor. You come right under the monitor. If you're standing up, and you look up and you're trying to climb up on it or something like, you'll see the steps to the right. You'll see the steps. Yeah. So again, if everybody online is clear in regards to that, we'll go ahead and move on. We're going to let your classmate in. All right, and he's going to be getting up to let the classmates in. From now on, I got to keep the classrooms. Yeah, that's it. You don't got to worry about that. Idris is nice. Alhamdulillah, he'll get the door for us. I said, Alhamdulillah, Idris. Yeah, I'm gonna go one. You give me my rights, brother. All right. Okay, guys, he found it. I'm gonna go get it. Remember this when you guys come to the Marquez, everybody out there in internet land. Once you get it, you got it. All right. Don't let the construction fool you. All right, guys. Alhamdulillah. And you'll need that to do it. So You just put it right there so when you gotta grab it, so we won't forget. One. Okay. So as I was mentioning, we are now going to move to, yeah, you can. So now we are going to continue on to exercise number 4. So exercise number 4 here says اقرأ المثال الآتية ثم كون ثم كون أسئلة وأجوبة مثله. So here it says read the following examples. Then they want you to make the questions and the answers in the way that it was done in the initial example here. So we have here مثال لمن, the example, who or whose, لمن هذا الكتاب. Who is the owner of what? Of this book. And you see a picture of a book in the middle. And you see a picture of a book in the middle. This is the item that's being pointed to. Okay? And we're asking you, لمن هذا الكتاب. So this is a very common statement in the Arabic language, and it's very useful. Everybody say لمن هذا. لمن هذا. Now, لمن هذا, okay, when you pose a question like this, you're asking who is the owner of that thing that you are pointing at. Is that clear? You're asking about it. You're saying who is the owner, who owns, meaning that men means who. So you're saying li, and li means ownership. When you put li and men and you bring it together, you're literally saying li men, who is the owner. And when you say hada, this, who is the owner of this? So if you were pointing at a pen, you would say liman hadal qalamu, which means who is the owner of this pen? Is that clear? If, for example, you were pointing at this stove here, you would say liman hadal or hada thobu, who is the owner of this stove? Is that clear? That's kind of easy of who the owner of the stove is, because the stove actually, it's a body in this stove. It's the brother who's wearing the stove. That's what the stove is. Right. So, but you understand the concept. This is very useful. A lot of people don't understand how useful it is, but this is something that you should go outside immediately and utilize. Liman hada al-kitab. Liman hada al-qalam. Liman hada al-qamisu. Qamisu. Liman hada al-qamisu, right? Liman hada thawbu. What happened? All right? So we understand now how to answer this question or how to ask this question. Let me just show you a couple examples here. We have here the pen. So you would say what? Liman hada al-qalam, right? Okay, cool. We have here a what? A key. So you would say liman hada al-miftahu, who is the owner of the key. We have here a picture of a car. All right, this is an easy one. Now pay attention, because car, the word for car is feminine. So you can only point to it with a feminine pointing noun. So hada is going to become what? Hadi, as we learned in lesson 6, right? As we learned in lesson 6. All right, hadihi. Okay, cool. So let's point. It says, liman hadihi sayyaratu, right? So we got liman hada al-qalamu, liman hada al-miftahu, liman hadihi sayyaratu. You got that? Alhamdulillah. Then we have here, it's a picture of a cow. How do you say cow in Arabic? Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Baqarah. Yes, that's right, Surah Al-Baqarah. Yes, yes, Baqarah too. So you're going to say what? Liman hadihi, it's feminine. Liman hadihi al-Baqarah too, right? Liman هذه البقرة, right, Idris? Alhamdulillah. Good. Liman هذه البقرة. Do you guys understand the concept of how to ask who's the owner of something that you're pointing at, whether it be masculine or feminine? You understand? Okay. Let's check on YouTube to make sure these guys, our brothers, understand before we move on. All right. But Musa and you guys were with us, so you guys know. Alhamdulillah. Good. Now let's go to the portion when you're doing what? When you're answering. Let's go to the part when you're answering this question. We got liman hada, right? Okay. Or liman hadihi, right? All right. Let's go to the part when you are answering this question. Okay. Let's see about that. I'm gonna go back now. All right. So in the example, he says, "Liman hada al-kitabu." Hada al-kitabu, right? So you ask the way that you answered the way that you were asked. Is that clear? So liman hada al-kitabu becomes hada al-kitabu. Oh, you just said that. Yeah. All right. So again, you take the name of the person who it belongs to, and you put the lamb or milk in front of it. We learned about that. The lamb of ownership. It's also considered to be lamb jahri. The lamb of jar. Is that clear? So you put those together and you say, Liman hadha al-kitabu. Hadha al-kitabu li Muhammadin. Not Muhammadun. Li Muhammadin. Why? Because Muhammad is a noun, and it's what? When the lamb is attached to it, it is now genitive. It is majrurun. It is an ismun majrurun bila. It is a noun that has become majrurun because lamb has entered upon it. وعلامة جره الكسرة. As you can see here in the example, you'll see that word Muhammad has what? It has a kasra. That word Muhammad, you'll see it here, it has a kasra. And why does it have a kasra? It has a kasra because the what? Because the lamb came upon it. Because the lamb came upon it. Is that clear, Idris? Can you see that with the grammar? You see the circles highlighted for you so you can see. So now let's continue on to see if you truly have this. Let's see. All right. Now, so liman hadha al-qalamu. Liman hadha al-qalamu. So you should say what? Hadha al-qalamu li, and they have in parentheses whose name should you use? Oh, the name Abbasun. So Abbasun will become what? It will become li. Is that clear? Li, right? Abbas what? Abbasin, right? Li Abbasin. So you say, Hadha al-qalamu li Abbasin. Is that clear? All right. Let's do it again. Liman hadha al-miftahu. So you would say, Hadha al-miftahu li aliyin. Li aliyin. Is that clear? Li aliyin. Li aliyin. Liman hadihi as-sayyaratu. Hadihi as-sayyaratu lil mudiri. Is that clear? Lil mudiri, because the word in the parentheses is al mudiri. Is that clear? So it becomes lil mudiri. Lil mudiri. Last one. Liman hadihi al-baqaratu. Hadihi al-baqaratu lil fallahi. Lil fallahi. Is that clear? Lil fallahi. Now. All right. Musa. Zakaria. Ahlo Savage. Are you guys clear in regards to the execution at this particular point? Are you guys clear in regards to the execution at this particular point? Now, so make sure, inshallah, for your homework that you guys can execute this point. I'm going to ask you, can you leave in in WhatsApp on somebody else's phone, whoever phone is not streaming the YouTube page, leave some examples of this. Leave some examples of this point. I want you to execute this point. Leave some examples of you executing this point. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to go ahead and move on. And we're going to ask you to pay attention here. It says, Ta'ammal amthilatal atiyata. We're going to exercise number 5. I want you to complete the rest of those exercises from exercise 4 at home for homework. Take a picture of it, send it to me on WhatsApp before the day is over. So here it says, Al-Baytu. Now, Bil-Bayti. Now, Min al-Bayti. Now, Ila al-Bayti. Now, so these are the nouns, all right? And we have a preposition coming in front of each one of these nouns. So al-Baytu becomes Fil-Bayti. Min al-Bayti. Ila al-Bayti. Is that clear? Now we have al-Mustashfa. 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 Now, al-Mustashfa has that word, that al-Maksur, all right? And again, it is prohibited from showing its apparent grammar definition. Meaning, if a preposition comes in front of it, it cannot adjust the vowel ending of it. It's going to remain without. So if you say, fil mustashfa, you wouldn't put a kasra and say, fil mustashfa yi or something like that, because again, it's mustahil. It's memory on, it's built upon, and it doesn't change its endings. So it's in a place of study that should take a kasra, but it's not going to apparently take that kasra. You can't write it. You can't write it at the end. Is that clear? All right. But we want to let you know, normally we'll go there. That's why we have the word al-bayt to show you how it normally goes. How the normal changing of the vowel endings happen. Al-baytu becomes fil-bayti. Al-baytu becomes min al-bayti. Al-baytu becomes what? Ila al-bayti. But with al-mustashfa, no. Al-mustashfa becomes fil-mustashfa. Still stays the same. Al-Mustashfa still is going to be min al-Mustashfa. It stays the same. Al-Mustashfa, even when ila is in front of it, it's going to be ila al-Mustashfa. As we like to say, even if it had 10 prepositions in front of it, it won't change. Clear? Alhamdulillah. Amrika. Fi Amrika, same thing. Min Amrika, same thing. Ila al-Amrika, same thing. Almania. في ألمانيا من ألمانيا إلى ألمانيا, it stays the same. So here we have some reading and writing for you to emphasize the point that we just mentioned. We're going to move on to exercise number 6, where we say Iqra, read. And what we have introduced here is the ظروف المكان أمام من خلفه. Amama and khalfa. So amama means what? Amama means what? Amama means in front of. Amama means in front of. Just finishing up the class. Just bear with me, y'all. Hopefully you can benefit. So 1 second, 2 minutes, I'll be taking a break. Just hold on for me. So here, and alhamdulillah, thank you for calling. Here we have as-saburatu. Now, as-saburatu. Now, saburatu is a very interesting word. It means, it can mean whiteboard or blackboard, writing lessons. So, as-saburatu, the whiteboard. Amam al-talibi, the board is where? Amam al-talibi. It's clearly in front of. It's clearly in front of the students. Yes, we actually have a board. Yes. So as-saburatu, which of course is behind me, it's in front of the what? Amam al-talibi. It is in front of the students. All right? Wahiya, and we're referring back to the sabura, because look at the sabura. The word sabura is feminine. It has a tad to end. So when you want to refer to it with a pronoun, you have to use a pronoun that's feminine, singular. So we use here. It means it. So now we're going to say وهي, meaning the board, the whiteboard, خلف المدرس. خلف المدرس. Which means what? It's خلف المدرس. It's behind المدرس. Behind the teacher. It's behind the teacher. That's right. So we want you to look at some more examples with khalfa and amama. All right? Read these, strive to understand these, and we will take a 5-minute water, tea, coffee break, and we'll return back at 25 after 9 to introduce lesson number 9. To introduce lesson number 9, which is up. We have tea and coffee. Would you like some? The downstairs, right across the street. There's your downstairs, right across the street. It's right on the other. You don't remember where it's at? It's right across the walkway. Like you stand in front of the stage, you got to come out, you go to the other, you'll see it. It's like it's called a Dollar. It's a Dollar General X, but not to the right. You got to go around to the left. You see it. You just go around the whole construction. Yeah, you go right around there. Yeah, you go right. You got 5 minutes left. Hurry up. Man, they put that stuff up here. I just realized after I said it. They put it up on the weekends. Like we taking too much or something. We pay for that stuff. Five minutes. Salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How can I help you today, good brother? You know, it's a Starbucks across the street. It's a what? It's a Starbucks across the street. Oh my God! Yeah, it's like rep. It's like rep. Taxi Dollar General X. Okay. Yeah, if you walk straight through the Dollar General, come outside on 2nd Street, it's right there. People walk here all the time. They can yeah. I see you back. All right. All right, y'all, we're back. We are back after our break. Hope that you got your coffee and your tea and your water and your orange juice. All right, y'all, we're back. We're back, we're back, we're back. I'll just give everybody a heads up. We are back. Are you back with us? All right, we are back. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the explanation of lesson 8. We're going to go over that, and then we're going to go directly into the introduction of lesson 9. All right, so we're going to ask everybody to turn to the explanation. We're going to ask everybody to turn to the sharh. Okay? Salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barakallahu feekum. I appreciate you. This is me right here? All right, bud. All right, so we hope you got your drink. I have mine. We want some Arabic coffee. Arabiyatun wa kahwatun. Bismillah. Perfect. All right. So الدرس الثامن الدرس الثامن okay الدرس الثامن so الدرس الثامن يا إخوان الدرس الثامن من lesson 8 is all about الإشارة إلى المعرفة بالأل, the pointing to that which is definite أينام with of course the alif lam. So it has here, remember, we were just pointing to that which was indefinite, and that was the completion of the sentence. We said, have the kitabun, and that was sufficient. We said, have the rajulun, and that was sufficient. We said, dalika rajulun, and that was sufficient. But now we want to say, have the rajulun. Before we said, dalika rajulun, now we want to say, dalika rajulun. Tabibun. Now, and again, the explanation of lesson 8. Assalamu alaikum. If you don't have that, all right, if you don't have that explanation, inbox me, all right, inbox me, and I'll send it to you for free. This is from the free books that we have for you. You need to have this. If you're going to be following along with this on YouTube, Instagram, you need to have your Medina book as well as the explanation. The other tools that we have, the different tools that we have that we utilize to teach the class. Is everybody clear? So ask me about that. I'll inbox it to you. All right? Hook me up and I'm going to inbox. Oh, mashallah. Hook me up and I'll inbox it to you. You family, you know I got you. All right? Say it. All right, let's continue on. So we had that Toby, we had that Baytun. Very simple, because now هذا البيت للتاجر. Now ذلك بيت. That's what we've been saying, and we know about that. We know how to create those types of sentences. We know what that means. We know how to make those types of sentences. We know what it means when we read it. We can say it. Now let's take those basic sentences, take it to the next level, utilizing this particular language point of al-isharatu ila al-ma'arifa bil-al, by pointing to that which is definite with what? And it's been made definite without. So now, that which was the second noun in the nominal sentence, all right? And it was what? It was considered to be the predicate for the first noun, which was the subject. Hada or dhalika. Now, since you've added alif lam to that second noun, it is no longer the khabar. Now you have to bring a khabar to complete the sentence. When you say that what? That this is a pen. Hada, complete sentence. Put a sentence at the end. But if you say hada al-qalamu, the sentence is no longer complete. Now you're saying this is the pen. Okay, this is the pen. Then what? It's not complete. I knew Idris understood, and maybe you guys understood at the same time, because Idris chuckled at that don't make sense. Like he knew already it didn't make sense. Just like I'm breaking it down to you in English and Arabic at the same time, the Arabs too will say, "Oh, that don't make sense." They'll be waiting in anticipation. It is not what we consider to be a complete sentence. It's not complete. So you have to give me the information about the subject. Okay, this is the man. This is the man. What? Oh, Tajirun. This is the man. What's up? Tajirun. That is the man that is. Oh, Tabibun, a doctor. Is that clear? Hada Daytu. This is the house. This is the house. What? Tajiri that belongs to the merchant, that belongs to the businessman. That is the what? That is the house that belongs to the doctor. So it is not correct, as Sheikh Najrani brings to us. He says, هذا الرجل التاجر. هذا خطأ. This is incorrect. He says, ذلك الرجل الطبيب. No, this is incorrect. No, this is incorrect. This is incorrect. Now, so it says here, liman. Liman. Who? Liman. All right, we covered this, of course, in the book. The Shaykh wants to bring and help you to understand it further, so he brought it in his explanation of lesson 8. So he says, liman su'alun an al-aqili. It is a question, all right, about what? That which has an intellect. Because we're asking about what? The owner of this thing that we're pointing to. Liman. Now, remember the sentence structure? Liman hadha qalamu. Liman hadihi o hadihi sayyaratu. Remember the sentence structure? Hey, no, that's what this is from. So he brings the example. What does that say there, Idris? Liman hadha al-baytu. Very good. And he brings the answer. Hadha al-baytu lit-tajiri. Now, here's another example. Liman dhalika al-baytu. Dhalika al-baytu lit-tabibi. Is that clear? Make sure for those who want to contact me to ask about the free book, that asked about the free explanation to Medina Book 1, make sure you email me at unaysbaraa@gmail.com or inbox me on any of our social networks so we can get that, we can get those free gifts out to you. Okay? Get with us so we can get those free gifts out to you. And make sure that you follow us on our YouTube and all of our social networks, and make sure you place the bell or indicate the button so that when we do alerts for different classes and different Arabic benefits, you get those alerts for new classes and so on and so forth. All right, enough with the commercial. So we have here the next two principles, amama and khalfa. Let me make it a little bit bigger here for Idris because he is squinting. All right. Is that good? You can see that? Amama and khalfa. All right. All right, I'm going to move it over some. There we go. So it's all in there. All right. So amama and khalfa. What does amama mean, guys? Who knows? Raise your hands. Who knows? What does amama mean? Let me see you guys type that in on YouTube. Or let me see you guys Type that in on YouTube. What does amama and khalfa mean? What does amama, what does khalfa mean? Again, we're on lesson 8. The explanation of Medina Book 1. You don't have the book, let us know. We will give it to you for free. We will email it to you for free. Amama and khalfa, what does that mean? Who knows? Where is my students at? Very good. Abdullah. Hayyakallah. I see you, Abdullah. I see you answered that, brother. All right, I don't know where your brother's at, but alhamdulillah, Abdullah, you handled your business. That's what we're talking about. Front and behind. So, okay, just to double check. What does amama mean? Type it in. What does amama mean? Type it in. Type it in on Instagram. What does amama mean? If you had lesson 8, very good. You should know the meanings of this. What does khalfa mean? What does khalfa mean? Very good. Jazakallahu khair, ya Abdullah. I don't know where Musa is at. I don't know where they at, but they better get in here. You're getting all the benefits. All right, come on. Where's Zachariah at? All right, tayyib. Let's continue on. So, nobody on Facebook? All right, let's continue on. So, amama means in front of, and khalfa means behind. Now, so we have some examples here. It says, as-saburatu amama tullabi, amama tullabi. What does that mean? As-saburatu, right? As-saburatu, right? Amama tullabi. What does that mean? As-saburatu amama tullabi. What does that mean, Idris? The amama. As-saburatu amama tullabi. Now, the board is in front of the students. Very good. As-saburatu khalfa al-mudarrisi. What does this mean? As-saburatu khalfa al-mudarrisi. What does this mean? As-saburatu khalfa al-mudarris. Now, as-saburatu, right? Khalfa al-mudarris. What does this mean? Who knows? Musa, you know? Abdullah, do you know? Mumtaz, Abdullah, hayyakallah, huwa najmun fasl. He is the star of this class. He's the star of this class. Hayyakallah. Hayyakallah. Now, Tayyib, aina sayyaratul imami. So he said that the board is behind the teacher and he is correct. Okay. Aina sayyaratul imami. What does this mean? Aina sayyaratul imami. What does this mean? Aina sayyaratul imami. We're in lesson 8. You should know this. Medina Book 1, lesson 8. You should know what these things mean. Aina sayyaratu. Now, sayyaratul imami. What does this mean? And al-imam, of course, you know what an imam is. He's in the masjid, right? He's in front of the people who are praying. Aina sayyaratul imam. Idris. Aina. What does aina mean? Where? Okay, that's good. Sayyaratu. Musa. What does as-sayyaratu? Musa, what does as-sayyaratu mean? Aina sayyaratul imami. That's close. Where is the imam's car? Mumtaz. Alhamdulillah, you still in class, brother. Alhamdulillah, jazakumullah. Very good, yeah, Musa. All right. Here, amam al-madrasati. Here, remember, we mentioned something already. We mentioned a noun. The topic that we were talking about, the subject is the car. So now we're going to use a pronoun to refer back to it. Here. So now we're going to use a pronoun to refer back to it. Here. Now, here. Now, أمام المدرسة. Here. أمام المدرسة. What does that mean? Go, Idris. What does that mean? All right, I got my coffee in me now. We gonna ready go. What does that mean? هي أمام المدرسة. What does that mean? Musa, Zachariah, where's Zachariah? Zachariah, what does that mean? هي أمام المدرسة. No, that's close. No, that's close. Who knows? Who knows? هي أمام المدرسة. Who knows? I'm going to count y'all out. Where my students at? Come on, y'all. هي أمام المدرسة. هي أمام المدرسة. Here, we're saying here means what? It. What are we referring to? We're referring to the apparent feminine pronoun that was already mentioned, which is the what? The car. Not he. I said here. That's feminine. We're talking about the car. هي أمام المدرسة. Who knows? Anybody on Facebook? Who knows? All right. Samad, Aisha, Abdul Rashid, Zakia, Hassan, Clinton, Gina, Aisha. Anybody know? Here, Amama Madrasati. Here means it. Amama means what, class? In front of. Al Madrasa. I'm going to the Madrasa. Al Madrasa. School. So what does that mean? Here, Amama Madrasati. What does that mean, class? Sure. Here, Amama Madrasati. Aina Sayyaratul Imam. So we're not asking about the Imam, we're asking about the what? The Imam's car. Huh? We learned this in lesson 5. Mudaf for the lady. Now we're in lesson 8. Here it is Amana. It is Amana, right? Not Khofa. Amana, right? Al Madrasati. What does that mean, class? What do it mean, Idris? Madrasati means school. Mumtaz, yeah, Musa. It is in front of the school. Barakallahu fikum wa jazakumullahu khair. Thank you for correcting your brother Zachariah with the spelling. Like y'all really in class, correcting each other, everything, acting like you normally act. Let's get back to the class. Let's pull it back up. So it says, Aina jalasa Hamidun. Aina jalasa Hamidun. Now, Aina means what, class? Where? Jalasa. Okay? Jalasa. Now, jalasa. Now, jalasa. So what? Aina jalasa Hamidun. That's the name of a person. Aina jalasa Hamidun. Aina jalasa Hamidun. Where is this guy at? Aina jalasa Hamidun. Aina jalasa Hamidun. Aina jalasa Hamidun. Again, Aina means what, class? Aina. 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 Aina jalasa. The action. Jalasa. All right. Notice I ain't trying to stand up. I'm trying to jalasa. Notice I'm not trying to stand up. I'm jalasa. Aina, where? Jalasa. Hamidun. Hamidun. Aina jalasa Hamidun. What does this mean, Idris? Now, where the action was done. It's past tense. It's clear. Right? Aina jalasa, sitting, to sit. So Aina jalasa Hamidun. Now I want you to think about what I'm saying. I want you to literally translate. I want you to literally understand what each word means. But when you translate, you must translate what is meant. Not literally translate word for word. You can do that word for word thing in your head. But when you speak, you want to sound proper with your English. You want to sound like you are educated. You got some sense. So Aina means where. Jalasa means, one more time, I feel like I'm in a gym. Jalasa, right? Hamidun. 3 words. Now, how do you translate that in proper English? Go ahead and take a stab at it. Everybody on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube Live, take a jab at it. I'm going to count to 5. I'm going to ask all my students. White. Its name. I'm counting to 5 and I'm going around the room. Thalatha. Come on, y'all. Aina jalasa Hamidun. Autobody. All right, get it right. I'm coming around. Get it together. Khamsa. All right, we're going to go in person, then we're going to go virtually. So now you talk to me. You tell me what you got. Aina jalasa Hamidun. Aina means where. Jalasa means he sat. He sat. Hamid is, of course, the name of the person. Okay? Right. What does that mean? Whatever comes to mind. Come on. You got people in front of you. Come on. Aina what? Means what? Aina means where. This is that anxiety. This is that pressure that you're supposed to feel. Know and understand. Years ago, 20 years ago, when I was in Medina, I felt the same pressure. Okay? So it's just how it's supposed to go. It's okay. Let me hear you. Aina would be what? Okay, where? Jalasa Hamidun. Right. Right, yeah, Hamidun. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, say it. Say it out loud. Where did Hamid sit? Oh, boy. Ooh. All right, y'all. Idris got it. All right, he's holding himself and everything. He was very nervous, but he got through it. This is what learning is all about. Getting through that funny feeling to just jump out there and say it. Give it a try. Even if you make a mistake, it's okay. Making a mistake is part of learning. He said he did very good. Aina jalasa Hamidun means where did Hamid sit? Where did Hamid sit? All right. Don't forget, at 10 o'clock, we're going to be starting our lessons in Medina Book 2. Stay tuned for that, because remember, today is all day Arabic. We're going to be finishing up now, inshallah. All right. We'll get to lesson 9, inshallah, next lesson. Okay. So, where did Hamid sit? Now, what's the correct answer for this? What is the correct answer for this? All right. Jalasa khalfa Mahmudin. Jalasa khalfa Mahmudin. Or you can say, Jalasa amam al-tullabi. Now, either or, depending on where you said. So again, you can answer by saying, Jalasa. We don't have to say Jalasa Hamidun. All right? Because the damir mustatir is already there. The understood or the hidden pronoun called damir mustatir. Tadiruhu huwa. So that pronoun is already understood to be there, and I'm the one who did the action. Knowing, of course, in any verbal sentence, you always have to establish the verb, which of course is jalasa, he said, in huwa. All right? Huwa. That huwa returns back to who we initially asked you about, Hamid. Once I mention Hamid's name in the question, we don't have to mention it again in the answer, because it's already understood who we're talking about. All right? Yeah. Okay. So jalasa meaning jalasa Hamid, but I'm just going to say jalasa khalfa mahmudan. Do you guys see how khalfa and amama, it really just opens up a lot more expression for you? It opens up a lot more, there's so much more opportunity for expression with this khalfa and amama. Now you can say so many different things. Yes. All right. So we want you to understand something because we think that you understand now, for the most part, the meaning of amama and khalfa. The meaning of amama and khalfa. Okay? So we're going to continue on with the grammar and the i'rab. How do we understand grammatically what should take place when using amama and khalfa? Meaning when you're utilizing these types of words, there's certain principles and rules that you should observe when utilizing amama and khalfa. As I always like to say, although we are very serious about our vocabulary words, all right, we are not just into just matching words together. Is that it, right? Oh, we also, with smashing these words together, making sentences, we're also concerned about the grammar. Oh, we are very serious about our nahu. As Imam Dahabi said, he said, become a grammarian, becomes anything. We are on his methodology. We're concerned about this grammar. He also said, be a linguist. We're concerned about the language as well. Now, so continuing on. Yeah. So continuing on, brothers and sisters, we understand as the Sheikh Najrani explains to us in his explanation, he says that khalfa is considered to be mudaf. It is a dharful makan. It is a place or an article of location. It is a dharful makan. It's definitely a noun, and it's considered to be dharful makan, an article of location. We try to translate this as being an adverb. I don't tend to like to use those terms. I just like to call it a dharful makan. Okay? Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay? Zahir. Again, khalfa is considered to be a dharful makan, and it takes the actions of that which is a mudaf. Okay? Khalfa. And amama as well. It's the same grammatical ruling. And whatever comes after it, we establish that khalfa and amama, it is again treated as a mudaf. It is looked at as a mudaf. All right? Think about lesson 5 and the lessons on mudaf ilayhi. Khalfa is looked at and considered to be mudaf. Now, and mahmudin is what? Is mudaf ilayhi. Somebody is mudaf ilayhi. Now, mudaf ilayhi majrurun abada. And that which is mudaf ilayhi is always going to be what? Majrurun abada, as it says, forever and ever. Now, forever and ever. So that means what? That the indication, the sign, the grammatical sign that it is majrurun is the kasra. Is the kasra or kasratan at the end of the word that comes after khalfa or amama. Okay? Is that clear? So it might have been mahmudun before khalfa came in front of it, but because khalfa came first, then mahmudun came. Mahmudun becomes mahmudin with the kasra tanween. Is that clear? We don't say khalfa mahmudun. That's wrong. We say khalfa mahmudin now. And then we have here amamat tullab. Is it tullabu? No. It's amamat tullabi. Is that clear? And you've seen that, of course, in implementation in the previous examples. Now the Sheikh wants to tell you why we're doing that. Is that clear? Because the dharful makan, khalfa, and amama are mudaf. And whenever nouns come after it, or is considered to be what class? Mudaf ilayhi. Mudaf ilayhi. Mudaf ilayhi majrurun abada. And a mudaf ilayhi is always going to be majrurun. And the sign that a noun is majrurun is the kasra. Fundamentally, is the kasra. Fundamentally, is the kasra. Is that clear? I'm saying that like that for a reason. Because when you start getting into the branches, Besides that something is majrur, may be something else. All right? And that's just something for you to think about so that you can put your Arabic caps on in between this class and the next class and think about that. Is that clear? Again, make sure to follow us on all our social networks. Make sure that you put the reminders so when we go live, you get the indication. All right? I want to say Jazakumullah khair for joining us today. Make sure that you follow us and tell all your family and friends about your favorite Arabic center. And now when you learn your Arabic, inshallah, for all day Arabic on Saturdays and Mondays here at Marcus Ulian Arabic Institute. Wa jazakumullahu khair. Any questions that you have, make sure that you inbox us. We're going to go ahead and continue on with Medina Book Level 2. All right? Medina Book Level 2. These classes will go on with some small breaks from 10 all the way to 1 o'clock. So make sure that you tune in. All right? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And we will see you all in class. Class will probably start about another 5 to 10 minutes, inshallah, for Medina Book Level 2, which is awesome. TikTok lesson? Good. Oh yeah, the whole all the savages is in.